My name is Frank Mong. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Helium Mobile. So this is where it all started, San Francisco, California, 1663 Mission Street. Yeah. Really excited and happy to be back in San Francisco. Helium Mobile is actually a service that's ideally giving you better phone service, better experience overall, and it will decrease in price over time, which is the exact opposite of what you hear from AT&T, T-Mo, and Verizon in the big phone providers. That's our objective. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. If you have a Helium Mobile hotspot, which we're selling over there, you literally can own a part of the telecommunications pie by buying one of those things, which is a little mini cell tower that you can put in ideally populated spaces, indoor spaces where lots of people are. Think like your work, maybe your co-working space, bars, restaurants, anywhere. So we started this a little over a year ago, I think. It was just Helium Mobile subscribers, Helium Mobile networks. Fast forward a year later, we have I think over 117,000 people that have signed up with us, something like that. 16, 17,000, maybe 19,000 hotspots, which is great. And as we go through this motion, we figured out there's billions of people on cell phone plan. So what if we went out and found a way to partner with legacy coverage providers? And so that's what we've been working on in parallel for the last couple of years. And recently we announced a partnership like that. The company is called Ameriband. So what Ameriband does is they go out to Walmarts, and what they do is they tell the network owners, hey, we'll manage this all for you. These guys have 400,000 networks all around the country. And those 400,000 networks are slowly joining the Helium ecosystem using our incentive model. That means anyone with any phone plan that goes into a Walmart, connects to that hotspot, is going to send data to the Helium network. And so you'll see a lot of that happening if you go to our website, hellohelium.com. You can see all the stats. So hopefully 5 years from now, we'll have millions of users on Helium Mobile. You'll see tens of millions of coverage areas in the United States, maybe other parts of the world. So with that, who am I supposed to give this to now? Panel, why don't you guys come up?
Hello, everyone. I'm Joey Hiller, Director of Product at Helium, and I want to introduce Mario and Coco, who lead up various segments of the Helium ecosystem. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hey everyone, I'm Coco. I'm the general manager of the subscriber business at Helium Mobile. I've been at Helium for over 8 years now. First started with Frank at 1663 Mission Street. I'm very excited to be here to kind of give you an idea of what we've been up to.
Wow. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mario Didio. I'm the general manager for the network business unit. Been with the Helium Nova Labs for just about 2 years now. And it's fantastic to be joining a team like with Coco, Frank, Joey, and everybody else. It's amazing the work that this team is able to do and the amount of stuff that we ship every single day.
Yeah, well, this is what we love anyway. So jumping straight into my questions, I'd love to get your perspectives on some of the things that you've been excited about shipping over the past just 2 months. I'll start with Mario, and then we can jump to Coco for the same question.
Sure. I think one of the most exciting things that we did that happened in the last 2 months is that we, like Frank said, we figured out a way for other carriers that is not Helium Mobile to utilize the network. But some of you, if you pull out your phone, you probably see that you are connected to a Wi-Fi network. You're connected to a mobile network. You have coverage inside. And the reason is because of these partnerships with those carriers, now we have a way for traffic coming from your mobile phone to automatically connect when you walk into the building. Why is that important at all? Well, it's important because the community that deploys, that goes out on a limb to talk to a place like this, to put a hotspot inside, now they have the benefit of potential earning rewards, not only for the Helium Mobile traffic, but also for the traffic from those carriers.
I want to drive home this point of, if you're not a Helium Mobile subscriber, grab your phone and then right at the top, normally where it says LTE, if your phone is roaming, if it's doing this carrier offload, it'll show Wi-Fi. And you didn't go and like sign on to the Wi-Fi in this building. Your phone was smart enough and your carrier was smart enough to go leverage Helium and connect to this better network that's inside of this building so that your phone can have that best experience. But I want to pass the same question to you, Coco. Like over the past 2 months, like what have been the really pivotal, like exciting moments on the carrier side?
Yeah, well, I can't beat what Mario and Joey have just said, but it is certainly very exciting for us to see all of our different partners using the Helium mobile network. And I think that's just another proof point that this network does exist. But I think more importantly, when you do join Helium Mobile, there's a lot of benefits that we would offer you that maybe another carrier would not, like your privacy, your data. We don't try to sell it. And not only that, you're also very much confined to how you can pay your carrier for your service. And I think over the past 2 months, one of the biggest things that we did was try to democratize payments for our customers and letting them through a partnership with Sphere. So you're no longer confined to just paying with USD.
Cool. I wanted to keep on Coco a little bit. You know, Helium as a model, this decentralized model, is very unique. And I would love to sort of get your take on how you see it changing the sort of broader telco space.
Yeah, it's a great question. Just today, there was a news report about a company called Crown Castle. They made an announcement they were no longer going to pursue deploying 7,000 of these like small radios because it was too expensive. It cost them $114,000 to set up one of these things, and it was too expensive for them to do so. And so that kind of is proof to us that what we're doing by decentralizing this deployment of our mini cell towers actually makes sense.
Well, I mean, kind of to build on what Coco was saying, was going to use the same example, which is very fresh. But look, I think there is a gap. It's pretty clear. Like if you look at the mobile demand has gone up year over year, 30%, which means that on average, all of us spend 30% more traffic from our cell phone out to the cell tower. So mobile demand is going on this curve, and Helium is perfectly positioned to fill that gap, because guess what is going to be on the book of those company, the site leasing? Zero.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. Mario, you've been a part of, you know, this Telefonica pilot in Mexico. Could you talk a little bit more, I guess, just sort of like, what is this carrier offload strategy? Like, why are they excited to use Helium?
Yeah, I think that everything is based on the economics that we just discussed. So
Please.
at the beginning of the year, we announced a partnership with Telefonica in Mexico. Telefonica is one of the 3 biggest carriers in the entire world, and they have a brand in Mexico called Movistar. And you know, they see this, what I just discussed, like mobile demand in a certain way. They don't have enough capex to do other things, so they started to look at different way of reaching those customers, reaching those subscribers. And so they reached out to the Helium Network to try and to give it a try. And so we started a field trial down in Mexico City and Oaxaca, which is an historic site in Mexico. And in that case, we proved that the community, so not just Nova Labs per se, but the community of deployers was able in a matter of months to create coverage where there wasn't before. And people that used to have like 1 or 2 megabit per second, like a very low speed on their phone, now overnight, because the hotspot was placed in their favorite coffee shop or their favorite library, all of a sudden they have like hundreds of megabit per second, like very good connection and fast connection. So what I think what they are excited about Helium is this ability of, we call it point and shoot mechanism, which means that each one of the carriers that is collaborating with us, we give them a tool. We call it the offload manager, again, very telco term. But what it means that we're giving them a map and we're telling us, tell us where you need coverage. And they're going on a map and like, I want to hear, I want to hear, I want to hear. And then all of a sudden, overnight, we can turn displays on. And now we have carriers moving data here, or we put it up on a map. So this is something that they have no used to. They've never seen it before. And every time we have this conversation, business development conversation, this is like a big aha moment. It's like, oh, wait a minute. So I don't need to send out a team to scope out and do relationship with each single one of those places? Can I just put it on a map and then someone figures out how to create coverage there? Wow, that's pretty cool.
I'll do two quick fire questions. First, Mario, do you have a favorite hotspot out there that you've come to love?
Yes, I do have a favorite one. Is this in New York City? There is this very tiny indoor hotspot, so one of those like black, that is on the top 5. And when I looked into it, it's a community center. And I think there is nothing better than seeing that, because when I imagine a community center, I imagine like a lot of people, kids practice in the afternoon, soccer, basketball, you name it. But basically, the little hotspot is capturing traffic from all sorts of different people and is really serving a community.
What is the most important takeaway for folks sort of leaving here tonight?
So I think when Frank polled the room earlier, half of you guys were on Helium Mobile. For the other half in the room, I think, the takeaway is to take a look at your bill, see how much you're paying and compare that to what Helium Mobile provides, which is $20 a month. And, decide for yourself if this is a move that you want to make. And for the rest of the Helium Mobile subscribers in the room, thank you. I invite you to please email me. It's coco@helium.com. So shoot me an email. I would love to hear from you. Tell me that you were at the Helium Mobile tour, and I'd love to open a conversation to see how we can create solutions and services for you guys.
Yeah, thank you both.